Hi, BiFFs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Red flag.
Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry you.
Power.
Love you like I love you.
Wine.
That's so tight.
Drinking.
Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Beth.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is ill-advised. Hey, BiFFs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do when someone else already has.
Including your mother.
And she was on the bottle.
Prescription?
Nope.
Or, okay, wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a pro. She does it right.
Must be genetic.
Must be genetic. Guys, welcome back.
Welcome. I feel like it's been a long time.
It's been a while since we recorded, and last week was the first week in 6 months that we did not post an episode.
Oh, we didn't?
We did not.
Oh,
Yes.
slackers.
I would love to say that was episode 26. This is 27. I would love to say that this might actually will happen again.
Yes.
For the simple reason that we're enjoying our summers and we're having a life.
And having a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is important for two of us. The two of us. Not just two of us, but the two of
Yeah.
us.
I was going to say two of us, but also 2 million.
Right.
Two. Also.
Yeah. I mean, you've been at the beach. I've been by the pool. We've been together on some of those weekends, but didn't record.
Yeah.
But that's weird because I feel like I haven't seen you. So.
Well, that's why I said I feel like it's been forever.
And I saw you. Oh, it's been 2 weeks.
It's been, since Mia's birthday.
Damn. We gotta fix this shit.
No, it's been forever.
Whatever. We're like,
Well, someone's gotten, I say new boo, but
Whatever.
known him for a while.
yeah, and
A
someone forgot it was
recent
Sunday. So
Oh my God.
we're good. So fuck you.
I wasn't thinking it. And I wasn't saying that in a bad way. I'm
No, I know
happy
you
for
were. No, it's.
I love it
yeah,
for
no.
you. Honeymoon phase.
Yeah, honeymoon phase, but also.
But also not.
Not honeymoon phase. It's just. It's it's wonderful.
Because
It's wonderful. My kid spent the whole week with him because they met a couple weeks ago. And they're like, they totally tried ganging up on me. Fucking
believe
turn
it.
that right around. I'll fix it. I was like, Wyatt, stop trying to make jokes to make people feel bad.
I'll put you're grounded.
Right? Eat this. I know you're allergic to it. No. He's just so picky.
Yeah.
But he ate everything. I mean, it was a great week. They spent the week together while I was at work. I would come back and, Colin would be doing some work thing, or they would be like sitting in the living room doing something. I don't know. It worked out for them. They went to IKEA together.
Oh.
Which is really funny because the day that Colin asked us to be exclusive, we were on our way to IKEA. So I know it's so
ain't
gay.
that cute?
It's the gayest thing ever. Welcome to gay Disneyland.
I love it for you.
What about you? You've had a lot of like family time and beach time, and
Yeah, it was.
you find a little serenity in that craziness.
Moments, yeah, for sure. It's hard to not find serenity at the beach.
Yes.
Even
I can't believe we haven't been this year.
I know, what the fuck?
We're gonna have to take a Sunday.
Yeah. Guess we're doubling up on
Yep.
recordings.
Ciao. Bye, guys. We have wine.
I was gonna say, let's do the wine because I'm a little bit thirsty
Yeah, let's
over
do
here.
this. We have. There's no year on the bottle. However, it is one of our favorite brands. It's the
What's your
Josh.
favorite brand?
One of my favorite. Not
One
your
of your
favorite.
favorites.
Yeah, not one of your favorites. You've gone white on me. The wine, not the people.
I was like, wait, I've been white my whole life. Shailene will argue that.
Yes, she will.
She tells
she
me
will.
from the waist down I'm black.
Yes, it's true. It's true. From the waist up, you're Jennifer Lopez. From the waist down, you're Queen Latifah.
That's funny because I'm actually Scandinavian on both ends.
The front and the back.
It's nowhere near the
mouth.
top and the bottom. Fucking asshole. I just called you a wasshole.
Oh, wow.
Actually, if I say swasshole,
Swasshole.
since we've had a fucking
A
heat
scorcher?
wave for the
Seriously?
last month.
Who the fuck invited the sun to stay? This bitch took over.
She's
Mona's
on a
ragged.
mission.
Talking about her period.
She's on a fucking mission.
Fuck, man.
She's like, if someone's gonna burn me, you're all burning.
How fucking fitting.
97 for the next fucking month.
No shit. And like humid, not just hot, just humid.
Yeah. Like, can't breathe.
Like, gross. We like hot.
Can't breathe.
We don't
Yeah.
like hot
We
and
like
wet.
to breathe.
Yeah.
We like hot and wet, just not when it's
Yes. Okay.
in
So
my
let's
living
do
room.
this. Josh, Rose Prosecco.
I'm excited for this one.
So, and it's nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I could summer
Now
off
we
of
just,
this,
I was just
actually.
going to say, now we just need a pool.
Yeah. We have access to 2 of them.
And we're sitting in my 77-degree living room instead.
Wondering why we have to put the AC on low so these motherfuckers on the other side can hear us. We love you. You look great today, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Who
them
cares?
tan lines.
Right? And let your colon eat your thong. Who cares? It's in all favors.
Oh, Colin. I was like, wait, what? We don't all have a Colin trying to eat our thongs.
No. We don't all have thongs, okay? We've had this conversation. I'm all set.
That's debatable.
That's all. I'm sorry. I do have a thong. It
Exactly.
still has the
That's
large
what I
tag
said.
on it.
Oh, you need an
It's like a
XL.
little sticker. Listen, I
You
didn't
need an
order it.
XL
I
for
did
that
try it
full
on, and I
handy.
was like, it's not happening. I
There.
couldn't do it. I couldn't get past it. I couldn't get
You
the...
can get it past the huevos.
No, they totally covered the huevos. It was a large.
It was the banana I couldn't cover.
No, I couldn't get past the fucking cloth trying to creep into my cornhole. Like,
Yeah, it
Couldn't
just kind of
do it.
makes a home there.
it does. No. No, thanks.
You get used to it.
No, I don't want to.
Fair.
I just don't want to.
Fair enough.
No means no.
Fox, don't listen.
They really
don't
don't.
listen.
From what I know. Listen, I'm all set with perpetual wedgie. All right. Give me wine. Give me a Speedo, and I'm happy.
Cheers to
Did
that.
I mention that I'm like wearing a perpetually white Speedo because of my tan lines? I literally have the whitest crotch I've ever seen in my life. And that's literally...
Pictures or it ain't sure.
I think actually I did tell you because you said this. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Biff, you're at the helm today. Tell me where we're going.
I'm at the what?
The helm. You're running the show today. You got the questions.
The helm.
The helm at the helm of the ship. You're steering this bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're looking at me like, what? Did you just make up this word? No, bitch.
Oh, I just
Johnny
want you to
Depp
say
did.
helm again.
Helm. I need to look up the real definition. Is that what you want?
No,
Okay, good.
I just never heard of it.
Oh. I might be using it wrong.
I highly doubt
I
it.
have Prosecco.
Okay, so
So,
this one is Simply Oloni. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Oloni. Olani.
Oloni.
Oh.
I want to be Oloni.
Nobody, her mother definitely didn't name her Oloni.
She totally didn't.
She might have.
Was she on the bottle?
Yeah, simplyoloni.com. I just randomly found her.
Which is great because we love new people.
She's fucking hot, by the way. I think
love
it
hot
said
people.
she's like,
Are we objectifying someone right now?
I don't know.
Sure.
No, but her profile or her page, so you can ask Olani, but she also gives just advice in general. And some of these I'm going to come back to later and read them just because they sound
Just
great.
for entertaining.
Like,
Entertainment, rather.
why men don't make noise during sex,
Oh my God, can we... Wait, who are they? Because they shouldn't exist.
or I've slept with guys that,
No, make noise. Talk dirty.
thanks.
Shit.
4 things to consider before sleeping with your friend's ex.
Only 4? I hope friend is one of those.
There just is a lot of, excuse me, there's,
Oh, she has a podcast too, I see.
yes. But she's beautiful, right? Did you see a picture of her?
I'm trying
She's
to, but I
fucking
keep
hot.
coming upon the shit that matters.
So yeah, she's new to us, but
Yes.
clearly not new in general. The questions I'm reading are from like 2016 and 2017.
Oh my God, I just opened up her page. Would you ever try this sex toy? Is the first thing. She's beautiful.
Stunning, I told you.
Oh, so
She's
her name
fucking hot.
is
Olani.
Dami Olani Sakin.
I don't know.
And that's Dami. She's beautiful.
I told you.
Not that the
Also,
shit
I
matters,
think-
but we like to give props where props are due.
Yeah, also we're used to the older white woman.
Or the white men that think they can give white women advice. Yeah, Dami. It's right actually underneath the title,
by-
Why Don't Men Make Noise During Sex?
By Dami.
Olani Sakin.
Yeah, Olani Sakin.
Whatever it is. She's
I also think I saw somewhere that she's like from England or something like that, which is even better because
really?
imagine her mouth with that accent.
I mean, sure. if that's
Hello,
the case.
Dami.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's stop objectifying her. Well, I mean, we're not objectifying, we're admiring. I'm so sorry.
I was admiring.
She's beautiful.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually forgot that I didn't
Come prepared.
well, I thought I had the questions and then okay, I'm good.
You're good. You
Yeah.
promise.
I just
Get your shit together, Green.
never in my life do I think I will. Okay. Ask Olani. So the question or statement, I guess.
Is it a statement?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's no question mark here.
Oh, okay.
My boy. Okay. My boyfriend keeps rapping in my ear during sex.
Hello, mama, let me whiff me. Do you know the meme I'm fucking thinking of too? The dude
There's
with
a
the big
couple.
teeth with the space in between. He goes, let me whifpa. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
digress.
I finally bit the bullet and slept with this guy I was talking to, but whilst we doing the deed, he was calling me his dirty bitch. Not only that, he didn't go down on me, and he was rapping his music in my ear.
His own? This is getting
He was
worse.
rapping his music in my ear. Prior to this horrible experience, I actually thought he was a decent guy and I enjoy talking to him. Is this something I can just address to him, or should I just leave because all of these red flags? Signed, Anonymous.
I feel like I'm not allowed to answer this.
There's a lot there. I feel like any one of those by themselves would be okay.
Like, he doesn't go down on me and he's rapping.
And he's rapping and calling me his dirty bitch.
Okay, let's unpack a little bit here, shall we? Yes, it is 100% fair for you to bring out or talk to. Okay, yes, tell him
Oh,
not
it's
to
that
call
face.
you your because this is it just hit me that I had this conversation very recently. It is okay
Which
to
conversation?
not be degraded during sex if you don't want to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's it. That's the conversation I had.
Oh, okay.
It was totally a heat of the moment thing. It wasn't like the.
You called Colin a dirty bitch?
No, I think he called me something.
called
and I
you a
was like-
dirty bitch.
And I just stopped. I was like, don't call me that. It was something like that. I
I
don't
wish
know.
we could just have a podcast on that conversation.
We totally could. We just need to ask him to participate. We
True.
just need to show up there on a Sunday by his pool.
True.
Like, who doesn't
Yes.
want a podcast by the pool?
Oh my god.
Sold.
Everyone does.
Sold.
No. Literally.
Honey,
You, Colin.
we're coming. All right. Yeah, no, it's totally okay for you not to say, like, don't degrade me during sex. Not everybody's into that. Yes, some people are into it. Some people love it. Some people want their hair pulled and to be called a filthy
Yes.
cum whore, slut.
Come
Fuck.
whore. Slut fuck.
But
I wish we could make that our title.
it is. It's an acronym. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
There's
I keep getting
I just wanted to get the
I
easy
keep
part out of the way.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Because we agree there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not everybody's thing. And
And
that's perfectly fine.
If he's not okay with that, well then
Well,
I guess,
here's your sign.
and you're not going to make a concession for him and he's not going to make one for you, then bye.
Right.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Let's weed out the trash
Yeah.
before we get into the nitty gritty.
Like,
Like, let me whiff in you. Yeah.
I need some lyrics.
I was just gonna say, like, I need to know what his songs, like, if he was rapping like Eminem or Busta.
No,
if he was rapping Busta,
you don't sing. Period. Okay, I did once. And it was meant to be funny. It wasn't
right.
like.
So I'm wondering that, like, if you just did Eminem or Busta and like fucking said something hilarious.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to be the case here.
No, it seems like he was just trying to like publicize his own music.
Like
he wanted a billboard on his yuck.
Screw loose is what it seems like. Rapping in her ear. Like, I think I'm done after that. If I was a man, I would be meow.
Oh yeah. Oh, do we know the situation here? Man, woman, man, non-binary, etc., etc., etc.
We don't know. Just as my boyfriend keeps rapping in my ear.
This is the funniest thing ever.
He was calling me his dirty bitch. He didn't go down on me and was rapping his music in my ear. Yeah, this guy is in his own planet.
Yeah,
is what I feel like. Like,
I feel like he's wrapped up in his art and is feeling any way to kind of like get out. Like, there's an outlet.
Agree. I feel like he's just one of those guys that like spends an hour in the mirror, like doing these like like slicking his hair back.
I wish people could see what you were doing.
Right.
We need to live cast this shit.
I feel like he's just that guy, and like so feeling himself that like he even makes
Finger
sex
guns,
about himself.
Hair slick, squint, and body
Like,
roll.
I'm gonna sing my lyrics to you when I'm banging you because I'm God's gift. That's the vibe I got.
God's gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have no words for this poor person.
Yeah, can you actually? So maybe you're asking this question because you want a reason to like not feel like a piece of shit and let him go, because you're not a piece of shit if you let him go. You cannot be into him.
They said prior to this horrible experience, I actually thought he was a decent guy and I enjoy talking to him.
Great. And maybe that's where it is. It's
is
friendship.
This something I can address to him, or should I just leave?
It just really sounds like you. I wouldn't call these.
They're fucking red flags.
Not the bitch part. I think that there's.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't
context
think
with the rest of it. It feels very.
I don't know if I necessarily
very,
agree with that.
Narcissistic is what I feel.
I
Super
definitely
narcissistic
get
and like
narcissistic.
I'm not caring if you.
And it's probably terrible lyrics too.
That's why I'm
probably terrible.
That's why.
And I might also be degrading too.
I just am already limp for this person.
Yeah, I don't have a white on either.
White?
A white on.
Oh.
I ain't wet. You went limp.
Yeah.
Just figured I'd match you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I totally got narcissistic. He's just
in his own planet. He's not concerned with
I'm gonna make it one day. That's what he's doing. He's with every thrust and he's rapping. He's like, I'm gonna make it one day. No, bro.
You already failed.
You already failed. The only thing you're making is yourself horny.
Right.
She went
by
fucking
singing
dry
your own lyrics
as a bone.
You're getting yourself off.
Yeah. Ew.
Exactly.
It just gets worse.
Yeah.
The narcissism gets like.
That's why
I really appreciate when you like let me talk myself into your side.
I like it too. I appreciate that you talk yourself.
It happens a lot. I am capable of my own thinking, and that's how I get here. Like,
yes, you're welcome. So should we read? Because I'm really curious.
I don't really.
I don't got much.
Just fucking. You don't want him. You've made your decision. You're asking this question because it's.
I don't agree with that part.
I think that she's trying to look for a reason to like
To
maybe
stay.
Yeah.
To stay.
Like she has her
She
reasons.
wants to stay.
She wants to stay and she's
but
looking
she's
for
like,
a way
this
out.
is fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to.
Like, is this horrendous? She's questioning it. Like, should I give him a chance? It's like,
No, I think it's like, this is horrendous, but I don't care. So I need somebody to say it out loud. That,
have
like,
some
it's
respect
okay.
for yourself if that's the case. I don't want anyone.
Because we know them ain't good lyrics or he'd be famous.
I know. Even still, like, let's talk about more modest music, right? Like, no one's fucking whispering Phil Collins into someone else's ear or Elton John.
Yeah, because she said rapping.
He's Enya.
Rapping.
Imagine if someone,
That's why I'm like, this guy's on his own planet.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks to like sing a song in
Blah.
somebody's ear while they're like,
so fucking hilarious.
okay,
Can you,
I need to.
just do it.
Rapping his music to you? Has he lost the plot? Excuse me for laughing, but LOL exclamation mark. I don't think past sexual partners have told him that it's a huge turnoff. Dirty bitch, I've heard of before, but rapping, that's a new one. Need to tell him to cut it out, and if you don't like what he's saying, literally say, can you not do that, and perhaps do this instead. Let the, quote, this be kissing your neck. If he doesn't listen, please don't sleep with him again.
How was that?
Done.
She's officially my favorite advice columnist.
I fucking
That
love
was
her.
so short and simple and sweet.
And
I love that she said, like, tell him no. Tell him not to do that.
can you not do that again?
Not one of the advice columnists we've read in the past was so direct. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think that this goes on, like, it's on that level of, like, consent and being called a stupid bitch, too. Like, you can say no. Maybe it's not the same thing in theory and practice, but, like, you can say no at any time for anything.
Right.
Like, respect yourself.
Yeah.
Say no. I won't wear a thong. No means no.
Tell the thong that.
Yeah.
That's sitting up my hole.
Listen, it's been like 5 years and you're still not sick of underwear.
I don't wear them often.
The fact that you still wear them
I know.
after after like 30 years of not wearing them.
Well, when they stop making jeans, I'll stop wearing them forever.
True story. Wait, I'm actually not true story. Why?
Jeans aren't very comfortable
In the front?
in the front.
Oh.
Especially when there's that little square of fabric.
I thought you were talking about the bubble gum.
They all come together. What does this mean, bubble gum to
Well,
you?
I was thinking like clitoris, like bubble gum, especially when you have a clitoris. She's literally pinching her fingers together.
No, I'm talking about that square
When you have this
right
little-
in the crotch
this
of the
little
jeans.
looking-
It's like raised.
Oh, right
Square,
on the zipper, the fly, that thing?
No, in the actual center of your jeans, right in the middle. You have
No,
jeans on
I'm
right
wearing
now?
swim trunks that are too tight on my
okay,
legs.
Stick your fingers down here. You know where all the fabric meets, and it makes like a little three. square.
Yep. I think I know
That-
exactly what you're
that
talking
is very
Oh, the
uncomfortable when you
little,
have
the
no
seam
underwear on.
area?
Yes, and all the fabric
Ugh.
comes together, and it's an actual like 3D square.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's not comfy and no underwear. I mean, it can be. I'm just kidding.
Depends on where the
Right.
square is. Sorry, Pops.
Depends on if there's a lot of stairs, if there's only a few.
Or if you're running.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a bouncy house?
Did I sit right?
Oh my God.
Okay, ready?
Oh, we got another one?
Yes, we do.
I'm sorry.
This one,
We have nothing else to rebut on this one, though, right? Like, we're in full agreement.
Yeah, I didn't have much words for this
You there
to
wasn't.
begin with.
He apparently
This
has
is
all the
just-
words for us.
Right,
so.
he's got more than enough.
I would love, if
I
she's
just wanna know his
listening,
name so I can Google,
Right.
so I can Instagram his music and just cringe
like,
to what he's saying to this poor person
I really want to know the context of the music. I want to
rapping.
know the beat.
Rapping. I feel like,
Is he thrusting to the rhythm?
imagine. Oh my God. Okay, next. Are you sitting?
No.
Well, sit down, Biff. Sit down, Biff.
Sitting. I'm not taking a sip.
I was
Go
going to say,
ahead.
I'm going to let you swallow
No.
that first.
Go ahead.
My boyfriend has herpes, but I've chosen to stay.
Oh,
Okay.
been there.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Please, how do you protect yourself from a partner that has herpes? I've chosen to stay with him. Thanks, sis. Anonymous.
Oh. That's not as bad as I
Me either.
thought it would be.
Yeah. It's a valid question for sure.
Okay, so herpes, when it comes
Herpes
down
on
to
the
like
lip, herpes,
herpes in
herpes on the
the
lip.
general sense, right? Like genital herpes.
Yes.
HSV2, I think, because the
I
HSV1
knew
is
you
like
were going to know so much more about this than me.
the homos test for everything.
I know. Fair.
Even yeast infections.
You can get those in your belly button.
You can get those in your butt. Don't use flavored lube, boys. It's never
learned that in,
happened.
like,
I
middle
know.
school.
Yeah, but some
For
of them.
guys or girls.
Listen,
Don't
girls still
use it.
don't think they can get pregnant, so doing it at certain times of the month.
Guys don't think girls
Girls
can
too,
get
though.
pregnant. Who?
I just I thought.
I've never heard that.
To my credit, it was a Maury episode.
Oh, okay.
However,
You've been ill-advised.
However, I have heard of other women who they're like, oh, when you're not ovulating, you can't, or like you can have sex at any time as long as you're not like right after your period, or like just some like stupid misconceptions that people
There's definitely, yes. There's definitely misconceptions.
They're idiots.
Misconceptions.
Conceptions.
Those.
Misconceptions.
That was a slip.
Yep. So was that misconception?
No pun intended.
You
Speaking
pun
of misconceptions,
Can you please tell me
Armandi number 2.
Oh, yay!
Definitely not 2. I have
misconception.
tons
Well,
of nieces.
twice by the same
yes,
sibling.
my young
Again.
brother. Seth, the one who hates us.
Right. If he would listen, he'd be congratulated. But
Yes.
from what I understand, it hasn't hit him
He just
yet,
found
so
out literally like an hour ago.
It's the funniest thing
I
ever.
love it.
I love how hard you laughed when you
I
fucking found out.
Fucking lost it.
That's so great. Congratulations,
Anyways.
Seth.
Yes. That's never gonna listen to this fucking asshole.
Never. Congrats, you fucking misconception.
I think he was a misconception.
Weren't we all, though? Oh, most of us. Okay, so HSV2, my understanding is, and this is what I've had conversations with my doctors, because I did have an ex
sorry.
that while we were together tested positive for HSV2.
Herpes on my dick. Herpes
He did
on
not.
my dick. Oh.
He did not. And actually, it was really funny because he was someone who suffered from psoriasis that showed up at any part of his body when he got sick as a response, like the immune system attack.
Right.
And then sometimes the psoriasis would show up there and he'd be so paranoid about it that he didn't know if it was psoriasis or herpes. But he never had an outbreak.
That's terrible.
And that's the thing. So they don't really test for it regularly
you
anymore.
can't get it
if you're not shedding.
Okay.
Right. And to shed the virus, usually,
have an
not
outbreak.
always, you usually have an outbreak.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a pimple. Like if I had a pimple and rubbed it on your cheek and you got a pimple there, like that's the logic behind it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, and I could be wrong. Someone please let me know if I am, because I'm totally open to learning a thing or two. But you have to be shedding the virus, and which isn't always the case. And also, they're saying that I think it's just, I'm not going to put a number to it because I don't know exactly, but because it's such a common virus to come up positive for, and that you don't necessarily come up positive having it unless you're shedding the virus again.
Right.
But it's so common that they don't really test for it anymore unless you ask for it. It's just a thing. It's like 2 in 3 Americans have HSV, or 1 in 3. I don't know. It's a high number. I don't want to put a,
Right.
like, please don't trust me.
Right. This is not
But
a
it's,
fact.
but it's like a high number, high enough for you to just be like, oh, wow.
So like one of them
stop
things that
shaming
like
people
a
'cause you might
ton of
have
people
it.
carry this.
Yeah.
They just don't ever.
They don't
get
have
the
symptoms.
outbreaks,
They never
right.
have outbreaks. It's dormant. Some people
Gotcha.
get sick and it comes out of nowhere. So now they're getting treated twice for something.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one really knows.
Right.
I've gotten tested for it regularly
Mm-hmm.
because first of all, I had a partner who had it.
Right.
And second of all, because I want to make sure that if I do have it and I know, I'm taking care of myself so that I can avoid passing it on to my
Which
partner.
is the responsible thing to do.
Right. I get tested every year for it. So negative. Thank you. I also don't have the cold sore one, the HSV one. So
Yeah.
HSV one can turn into HSV two, from my understanding also.
Ah,
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes.
I knew you were going to know a lot
Yeah.
about that.
Well, I had to do research on this, I remember
Oh, right, yeah.
when he
Makes
told
sense.
me and he was like,
How
crying.
far into were you
He
told?
didn't know until after we had
Shut up.
he found out later. And he recalled the day that he questioned somebody that he was with because he
There was
said,
something
he
going
even
on.
said like, it looked like an ingrown hair, but there was something that gave him pause,
Right.
but he still went to Pound Town
Clearly.
and like town pound.
And yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that. You've chosen to stay with him. What was the question?
I think it was, sorry, I'm reading the, Oh, how do you protect yourself from a partner that has herpes?
I really feel like this is a question for a doctor.
I know.
Can I just say
Let me
that?
just, good point.
We're not qualified to
Good
answer this
point.
question. However, I'll tell you what I know. Take it with a grain of salt. I am not a doctor. But I say, look out for outbreaks. Usually you can tell when someone's shedding, but consult your doctor to find out for sure. And just be smart and use protection when you can. If it's something that you're very, very scared about. Also, make sure that your partner is medicating. There is medication to essentially stay the virus. Where
really?
you're limited to like an outbreak a year. There are some people who are so sensitive to it because it is an immune response when it comes out.
Right.
So you get strep throat or you get, a stomach virus or something and your body's fighting an infection. This kind of takes over in the response. My understanding. We should really ask my boyfriend. He's a brilliant scientist who knows that shit. I think.
We'll assume so.
We're going to assume so just because science.
Yeah.
But just make sure that they're medicated so that they, stay off the outbreaks and just be smart. If you notice an outbreak or if you're, skeptical about a quote unquote ingrown hair, then communicate that to your partner, but be sensitive,
Oh, of course.
Please be sensitive.
I can't imagine what.
Like at the end of the day, it's really not a big deal.
So that's
It's not like getting HIV, which also isn't a big deal anymore, but like,
that I was going to ask you, since you've had kind of experience with us, what it was. So for me, being not fully knowledgeable, I guess, on herpes, my thought while we've been having this discussion is that I feel like I would be too afraid to have sex with, like, if I was in a relationship and they had come out and told me that they had herpes, I feel like despite my best effort, I think I just, at the end of the day, would be too afraid to have sex with them. So I guess I'm asking you personally, how did you get past that? Like, how were you not afraid?
I educated myself and found out how it was transmitted and found out how I could avoid it. And I think this question is very responsible.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree.
But I think that if you
agree
can't get
that it
past
was-
the psychological
Right.
aspect
That
of
was
it,
my.
I
no
could
matter
because I was
how-
able, like, to me, and you know me, you've known me for the last 20 years. Knowledge is power to me. If I know, I know, and I'm going to take that with me and use that information. I asked my doctor about it. I researched it, and I have to trust the science behind it because that's all I have. I loved this person.
Yeah, I guess that does make.
You know what I mean?
A bit of
It
a
wasn't.
difference.
We
It's
weren't
not
together for
just like,
20
right,
minutes.
Right.
We literally.
I guess that does make a difference.
The story is that like he came, he picked me up at the house. We went to the gym, and he was quiet, and he wasn't feeling. You could tell something was wrong.
Right.
We left the gym, and we were getting to the car. This was back in Worcester, and he started crying, and he was like, "I have blah blah blah," I was like, seriously? And he's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, seriously, this is why you've been whatever the whole time. I was like, just fucking talk to me. I'm not an idiot. Like,
Right.
I know about this shit. Like, I've read about it, but let me go check with my doctor to see what's going on. Because somebody with HSV will not always test positive. And if they're not having an outbreak, they will test negative.
Right.
And you're thinking of the same thing I'm
Yes.
thinking of right now, right? With
Yes.
somebody that we knew. But like, yeah, I think there's a level of trust there too, you know?
Yeah, I
there
guess
has to
it's
be.
hard for me to picture. It's different when you're in love with someone. It's not just like a 3-4 month relationship and it's like, oh, they have herpes. I guess it really does make the difference when it's like, I liken it to like, I have cancer. Not the same, like you're going to catch cancer, but like,
I'm sorry,
this
catch
is
cancer
a-
is just, it's not
Whatever.
funny, but it's funny to me.
right. But like, I love you and I'm here if you're going to die tomorrow or if, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I guess it would be similar. Like, okay, this is what it is and we just get through it.
Right.
So I guess that makes a difference versus like, I don't know you enough to be risking catching herpes, or I don't know how to get past that mentally.
Yeah. The key to remember is like a lot of the times, or I want to say most of the time, I don't want to say that you have to have an outbreak to transfer it. I know that it's shedding the virus and whatever that means, well, you have to actively shed the virus. But it's so common now, but so dormant in so many people. They don't even test for it anymore. If you want an STD panel, you have to say, I want HSV.
I guess it's just kind of
Herpes simplex
nerve-wracking
virus.
to like,
Yeah, well, and I think that there's a
always a
stigma
risk,
behind that too,
whether-
though. You know what I mean?
whether
Where
they're
it's
having
like,
an outbreak or not, or whether, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just there's always a risk.
and I think that that's your prerogative as a human being to know
Right.
whether or not it's something that you're willing to kind of risk. But it's
But
also
I guess that's what makes the difference when like, no, I love you and I don't.
not just
I'll
that,
get
but
through
just
it.
just
And
educating
I'm also not going to
yourself.
shun you for
Right.
something
That's
that
so
you
important.
clearly you didn't choose.
Right.
You
No
didn't
one
go
went
out
out of
one
their
day
way.
like, hey, anybody got the herpes to pass along?
But it's that stigma behind it too. Like if you have herpes, you're unclean. If you have chlamydia, you're unclean. If you have HIV, you're unclean. That's not how that works.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And we need to stop saying, like in the gay community, for example, one of the questions, if you're like on Grindr or Scruff or any of those hookup apps, it's like, are you clean? Like, shut the fuck up. Just because someone may have contracted an STI, which is what they're calling them now,
Of course they are.
infections, not diseases. It's to kind of remove the stigma.
Okay.
It's just because someone has contracted that doesn't mean that they're dirty. It doesn't
Or
mean
out
that
being
they've...
a hoe.
Or even still, like, who cares? You know, if they've taken precautions, there's always a risk. Always.
Mm-hmm.
You can be squeaky clean, medicated, take every preventative measure, and you wind up pregnant. You can be squeaky
True that.
clean, take every preventative measure, and now you have scabies, or you have crabs, or like whatever it might be. There is no mitigating risk, whether it's 1% or 100%.
Right.
So that's my thought on it. Knowing the person, trusting the person, for somebody who's more
And educating yourself.
like, if they told you, now they're building a level of trust there with you. They're trying to.
Yeah.
So consider that.
Absolutely. I
You
agree
know.
with that part. I agree with all of it. I mean, I didn't mean to say
Oh, thank
that
you so
part.
much. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say about that. That's how you keep yourself safe.
I think
From
it
my
also
perspective,
for
but please
me,
call your doctor.
I was going to say, I think for me, when you said that you talked to your doctor, that kind of little lit a little, here we go,
Yes.
little light bulb.
Oh, ding.
When I was like, if like a doctor was
Yep.
being like, you're good, then I feel like that would definitely ease me a little bit.
My
So I
doctor
think
was
that
really like, nah. He was like throwing caution to the wind.
yeah.
He was like, dude, you got enough to
You're
worry
fine.
about. He was like, if you got this is the least of your problems.
Right. If you got this,
By the way-
congratulations.
By the way, that's not herpes on your face. That's cellulitis.
Here we
That
are.
was the worst of my problems. Like,
Yeah.
If I had HSV, And I might, and you might, and we don't know. We'll never actually know 100% for sure.
Yeah.
But I've come up negative like 5 or 6 years in a row. Thank you.
There you go.
But, you know, like, even if you know, it's not like, just like, I have to make this sidebar. I'm so sorry. But like HIV AIDS, you tested positive. It is not the death sentence it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
People are living long, healthy, perfectly normal lives. There are medication that's bringing their viral load to zero. Not to zero, but undetectable. If you're undetectable, you're untransmissible.
Right.
So do with that information what you will, but it's very hard to catch if you went without a condom, without protection. It's almost impossible if you're undetectable. So there's just a little bit of information. It's not to say that everyone goes this way. I think your bodies interact differently with different drugs and whatever it might be. I'm not a doctor, so... but
you're not a doctor?
Yes, I'm not.
Weird.
But
You've been ill-advised.
You've been advised.
By a non-doctor.
By a non-professional.
Who for the last 20 years I thought was a doctor.
Yes. Yes. That's how I knew to look away from fisting in high school.
Got him.
I'd like to control my own bowels, thank you.
Then don't have a child.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I just thought it was important. Like, let's remove the stigma. Let's become educated.
I know,
and
but
let's take
also
it
it's
from
hard
there.
too.
Oh, it's so hard because of the stigma.
I don't want to
No, you're
judge
right.
people for being scared of.
No. You're right.
Because
but let's make an
I'm
effort to be
person.
educated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's make an effort to be educated and try to. It's okay for you to feel how you feel.
If you're educated.
Yes. It's okay to feel how you feel, and that's what I mean by that. Like, feel the way that you feel and kind of proceed based off of that. But just know that there's scientific evidence to back either side of the conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And that it's...
You're not wrong for how you're feeling.
Protect yourself, do what you want.
Just approach it properly.
Be responsible in your approach, not just in your sexual life, but like in the way that you kind of see these things and interact with them and
if it was
react to them.
Yeah.
That's all I got. All right, I'm done bitching.
You weren't pitching. That was very informative.
Oh, well, I'd like to inform.
Dr. Herpes.
I
What is that out there on your lip? Doctor.
I believe that is
herpes
chicken.
on your lip. Herpes on your... That was a sausage.
You're such a dick. I almost...
I know, I saw
out of my nose.
Got him again.
Okay.
Okay, so Olani says, heya. Literally, heya.
Hey.
Heya.
Fingers would win.
Oh.
All right.
I think it'd be a great idea if you both made a visit to a sexual health clinic for more professional advice. However, I would say it'd be wise to always use protection during any sort of intimacy. So this goes for sex that involves vaginal penetration, anal sex as well as oral sex. You're also never to have sex during his breakout, even with a condom. So it is important he informs you about this. You can read more about herpes here.
That is a very responsible answer.
Usher, herpes, and everything you know.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She literally... Usher, herpes, and everything you should know.
Is that like...
Usher.
The Usher?
Yes.
Does he?
We...
Presumably?
Yeah, for a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
How
I've
did you
always
miss
just
that?
been caught up in him. See what I did
Caught
there?
up.
This is my confession. No, I actually think that we should have said that too, and I'm going to stand by it. Like, always use protection. It's just responsible of us to kind of...
Always use protection, but she said even during an outbreak.
No, but I mean like before that, like vaginal, anal,
yeah,
oral.
I know, but we're not,
hypocrites.
I was going to say, we're not really
We're hypocrites, but do as we say, not what we do.
They ain't our children.
You ain't our children. Also, you're not drinking that fast enough. I see condensation on the outside.
I know.
I'm so upset with you.
How is yours still dry? You still have wine in there.
What?
Also, I'm the one doing the questions, so I'm drinking slower.
Right. One of us has to be coherent.
Okay.
I think we got time for one more, Beth.
I was going to say, last but not least.
Least but not last.
I've been having sex with my ex's half-brother, even though he has a girlfriend. There's a lot going on right there.
I need to know.
Hi, Oloni. I've just turned 20 and in my second year of university.
Oh, so we're in London.
Before coming to uni,
Oh, we're totally in London.
I'd
Or England.
been in only relationships. Okay. In my first year, I went a bit crazy and started to sleep with a lot of guys when I went out and felt like I couldn't control myself. Even tried to seek help. But I started to hear shit about myself from other guys, so it made me think twice about my behavior. I didn't want a name for myself. It wasn't until my ex, the love of my life, came back into my life and said he wanted to give things a go again. Me being honest, I tell him about all the people I had sex with since I last saw him. What the heck? It was 20 in a year.
Listen, as long as it still works, you're still game, girl. You're viable. Or boy.
And straight up said he no longer wanted to give things a go anymore and didn't see us ever being together in the future. So I was absolutely gutted. Since then, I don't feel like I will ever find a man that will accept my past. Like, I have reevaluated my life. I don't have the burning desire to sleep around anymore. But when I watched that BK chat series on YouTube where they talk about how I won't wife a girl with a body count higher than 9, what the fuck?
Who?
I don't. BK chat.
Get the fuck off of it.
Makes me feel I will never find a guy who will accept me, even though that phase of my life is over. Will I have to lie about my body count for the rest of my life? I can't change my past, so what can I do? First of all, if you meet somebody who hasn't banged more than 9 people in their whole fucking life, run.
Run! Because
Run.
they're lying to
They ain't
you.
pleasing
They're
you.
lying
They
to
ain't
you.
pleasing you. They ain't doing that
Oh
thing you
my
like.
God.
Because they don't fucking
Doing
know.
that. They ain't.
Because they don't know. Okay? 9 people ain't enough to gain that experience. Because
Girl.
the first 5 fucking are still trying to not nut too quick. All right? So 4
And this
more
goes
ain't
both
gonna...
ways.
Yes, exactly. So 4 more.
This has been Stephanie Talk. Stay tuned where we discuss
I need
the
to go.
proper way to put in a tampon.
I can't help you there.
Amen.
Mine still hurt.
Biff,
We need
I
to look
loved
up this BK chat.
No,
We
it
need to
sounds
look
like
it up.
trash. Can we
More than
shit
9
on them?
people. Well, also, she said she's 20, so maybe the chat is still in their 20s. I feel like.
I don't care. More than 9 people. That was like before
that
college.
was your weekend.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Maybe the same 9 people, but 9 people.
Nonetheless.
Remember that one we gave advice to with the girl who would go out twice a night?
Twice.
And
One
once
to
a
2
night,
guys
1 to 2
every
guys a
time
night.
she went out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But while she had a boyfriend.
Right. We're not shaming her. Well, more, you know what? I'm not saying anything else. I'm just going to say,
She's young.
I agree with you.
She's young.
You're 20. You're young. He is not the love of your life.
No, he's an asshole because ask him how many bodies he has.
Right. And if he says less than 9,
He's a motherfucking liar.
no, he's inadequate.
He can't please you.
He can't please you.
He won't do that thing you like.
He won't do the thing he likes.
True that, because he doesn't know what he likes.
He doesn't know what he likes. Yes.
Ding, ding.
Listen, motherfuckers.
Ding, ding.
Stop shaming people for loving sex. Stop shame. What's our body count, Biff? Together, we've got what? Millions. I can't even.
How many, what are you
I'm just trying to make people
doing?
feel better.
Oh,
My boyfriend.
now.
And
Just kidding, colon.
well, he hates
No
that.
pun intended.
I got yelled at.
Pun intended.
What was the actual question? I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up in the... No, don't fucking lie. First of all, there's nothing in there that says you need to go into a relationship. Like, before we go on our first date,
I never
I've
find a guy
had...
who will accept me even though that phase of my life is over. Will I have to lie about my body count for the rest of my life?
No.
I can't change my past.
No.
She's 20. She doesn't know.
You don't know.
It feels like the end of the world
Wait
for her
until you're
right
legal
now.
to drink. It's going to be more.
A fucking man.
Right.
You're going to lose count.
Yeah, because now you can get drunk alone. You don't have somebody to buy it for you.
You don't,
And
you don't have to call your uncle.
wait, you're in the UK, right?
We're assuming.
Uni. So 18.
University.
So you're under.
She said I've just turned 20.
Yeah. If you're...
She's in her second
And I
year
think-
of university.
I think 18 is the age in the UK.
Drinking age?
Yeah.
We-
18 is like cigarettes and drinking and all
We
that.
were born in the wrong
We were, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we were drinking before that.
True that.
Do not drink before 21 in America.
You've been ill-advised.
You've been ill-advised. And I don't know. Like, she's been able to drink since she was 18. I think she's underutilized.
She's doing great.
I
If
think
she's been drinking,
you're the
since
cleanest
18.
bitch I know.
Exactly. What the heck?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I said clean and I didn't. Fuck. Forget it. Don't listen to me.
We got it.
They, them. Please don't listen to me.
Please don't listen to you.
Yeah, they.
Them.
Yeah.
Gilly, them. You're too worried
I know.
about-
I am.
This is our safe space.
We're our safe space.
This is our safe space.
I know, but I'm part of the community, so I feel like I need to contribute responsibly.
Yes, but also you're still you. And I don't mean that.
I know exactly what you're saying. Not everyone else does, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for validating my feelings.
Also, if people don't know by now that we're
Ill-advised. The wrong
Okay.
podcast to listen to if you're looking for professional advice.
in podcasting.
You've been podcasted. You're not going to have
hard.
to lie about it. Listen, everyone has sexual experiences, and not everyone asks you how many people you've been with.
Just going to say, I don't feel like it's lying if you don't give a number.
Yeah, I don't think you go into it, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you're not going to go on a first date and be like,
Hey,
I've been with 2,400 people.
How about you?
Yeah. Oh, not as drunk as you just said it, but yes.
Oh, well, that's
And-
weird because I'm not drunk.
Exactly. You're like,
I was just pretending to be on my first
My
date.
name's
at
Stephanie, and
I've banged a lot of people.
sorry, Pops.
Yeah, well, because I haven't banged.
But you haven't. No. Half, at least.
I wish.
No, at the most, half as many as I have. At the most. I know I'm giving you so much credit. Yeah, I think you're thinking too much about it. He's not the love of your life.
I was just gonna say that it's easy for us to give our advice because we're
Sluts.
aged.
You're in your mid-30s. Speak for yourself.
Okay, August. We're in August. Happy birthday, Beth.
It's not even the right day.
Happy birthday.
My birthday's in 2 months and 13 days
It's on the 20th. Don't lie.
of October.
You just don't want to age.
Guys,
Beth.
I accept birthday gifts at you'vebeenilladvised@gmail.com.
August 20th is his,
On October
Real
20th
birthday.
is my real birthday.
and then he pretends his birthday is on 20th to
Imagine.
make me feel like an asshole. Imagine my whole life.
I would literally just post a picture of my Halloween costume at 11 days old.
11 days old.
My mom has a picture of me in like a tuxedo at 11 days
Oh my
old
God,
on
that's
Halloween.
awesome. But no, what I was saying is that I feel like it's easy for us to give her advice because we're older. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But for her right now, that
Oh yeah,
feels
imagine.
super.
Do you remember that? The judgment
Just-
alone.
Oh yeah.
We got shamed because we slept with more than one person in high school.
Yeah, it was every weekend at school you'd hear about oh my God, Clarissa banged 2 guys.
First of all, I never went to school with a Clarissa.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Melissa Joan Hart?
No.
No.
But I also don't like her either.
You don't? You don't like anyone white. It's so funny, but you don't like the whites, which is where I was going with this.
I'm just kidding.
Like,
my daughter's white.
It was a man who complained or
Yeah,
talked about how many people he banged, especially one of the
He'd be
jocks.
a loser if it was only 20 guys.
Yes. Yes.
20 girls.
He'd be a loser if it was under one guy. No.
Are you even gay, bro?
Can you even lift?
But what I keep saying is that it's easy for us to give her advice knowing that, like, that's not going to matter in 5 to 10 years. But for her right now, it's very real
life.
and very, yeah. It's very serious. And I don't.
Honestly, advice from people who are older than you and who have lived. Please worry about things that are worth worrying about. And this isn't one of them.
This is, though, for her. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what I'm saying, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. I'm not trying to deconstruct or invalidate what she's feeling. What I'm saying is, like, yes, this is a big deal to you right now. We just want you to know, like, she said something to the effect.
Our parents saying, like, you'll regret not doing good in high school.
So this is why I'm saying this.
We're like, yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Because
and then we're out of high school. And
she had said that she's evaluated her life and she's no longer that thirsty for sex or whatever. So this is one of the things that I'm, like, coming from. It's just like,
you moved on from that phase. You'll move on from this one as well.
You'll move on from that one. You'll move on from this one. You'll encounter various different phases in your life. Me personally, I had a slut phase, quote unquote, right? Not to shame anyone. Had a slut phase. Had a slut phase. Had a slut phase. Had a slut. Like, I went back and forth.
Excuse me.
And like,
use a hoe.
Right. Usher.
Even your mama knows.
What I'm just saying is, like, you're gonna go through so many different phases, and this isn't the first or last time you're gonna have a phase where you're advocating for multiple sex partners or questioning your own actions. Like, it's a fact of the matter. If you're a sexual human being, it's okay. Stop shaming yourself. Yes, actually, that's my ultimate message. Stop shaming yourself. Fuck everyone else. Stop shaming yourself.
I know, easier said than done, though.
It's so much easier said. Listen, look who's telling you.
Right.
The most fucking self-critical person in the world.
It's hard to give advice when she's in this.
She's in that crucial part of her life where
girl, like, you have no
so
clue.
self-conscious.
This is so minute.
I need you to watch Mistresses. Either the British version or the American version. American version has Alyssa Milano in it.
I saw some of it. Saw it? I saw some of it.
It wasn't bad.
Doctrinal.
It wasn't bad. I actually watched the whole 2 seasons or 3 seasons.
I couldn't get past the first
few episodes. Yeah, it's got a slow start, but, like, this is real life.
Fucking hate Alyssa Milano.
I know you do. This is real life, though. Like, sex is a normal part of life.
It really is. And if you think about, like,
it with whomever and however you'd like.
Right, because think about it, like, you meet this great guy and you're like, oh my God, I can see myself with him, and then you have sex with him and it's horrible and you're questioning the whole relationship.
On to the next one.
Super valid.
Yeah.
It's super valid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an amazing guy and he treats me great, but the sex sucks. Like, that's a valid concern.
This isn't 1950. You don't have sex with the person you're going to be with the rest of your life. Thank fucking God.
That's what I mean.
Do you know how much great sex I'd... I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
I don't think I've had really bad sex. I've had bad sex, but I've never had, like, horrible sex. I don't think.
How often are you on the receiving end?
Depends on what you mean by that.
I mean what you think I mean.
I'm
saying from a female perspective, it's hard for us to, like...
Oh, okay. I love this context. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Receiving end.
I don't know, but let's talk later about my sex life privately because your mind's going to be blown.
Oh,
yes.
Here we go.
Yeah. Guys, I'll tell you about it when you're older. This 20-year-old shit ain't for you.
Answer?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, love. There are several of women who have been in your position. No pun intended.
Whoa. How does she know?
She didn't say no pun intended.
What is it? Shit.
Who have been in your position?
No. I'm thinking of the Luda lyrics. I don't know why Luda.
Even your mama knows that you sucking down chocolate like daddy-o's.
What is it? Windows up, ass what? Windows up, that's the way you like to...
Oh, face down, ass up. That's the way you like to...
There wasn't something about windows being up? I don't know why I just thought about car sex, but do it. You're 20. If you haven't had car sex yet, you're overdue.
I think the second time I ever had sex in my life was in a car.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. Also,
I guess it depends on what you mean by sex. I haven't had car sex. Oh, that's a lie. All right.
Hey, love. There are several women who have been in your position.
Thanks, Beth.
And at the end of the day, who you sleep with doesn't define who you are as a person. If you're able to sit back and reevaluate why you felt you were having a lot of sex, then to me that shows growth. Some people sleep around aimlessly without a clue, without a clue, don't you know?
No.
Whilst others know that they simply enjoy having sex, which isn't a bad thing. I understand in today's society, many still frown upon what a woman chooses to do with her body. But there is a guy out there who will accept you for you. Any guy who walks away from the person you are after being honest isn't who you should want in your life. As for sharing your past sexual partners, unless you're having a conversation about your sexual health, I wouldn't understand why it needs to be spoken about.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alani, can we have you on?
Me?
On Stephanie? Me too, actually.
Not at the same time. It's me
no, that's fine.
Not like that.
That's fine. I've seen everything.
Even though
you've seen everything. We're fine.
Exactly.
Guys, we've never slept together.
Not even a drunken kiss.
Pops, you're welcome.
I feel like I've had this conversation with so many
Oh, yeah. Everyone asks.
people in my life.
Yep. You guys do you have a history?
Never.
You guys
never even had a drunken kiss.
No.
The
Who
most
are we?
The most that's happened is you grab my titties. Still to this day.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Play
fun
with
bags.
them. They're fun bags, especially now they're
even in
actual
your
bags.
mid-30s, they're fun bags.
Thanks. Thanks for confirming.
They're great. Yep, and they fit in that.
They do.
I don't know how. But
They don't.
she's wearing this.
It's actually coming up.
She's wearing this top that's 100% a dream catcher meets. Dream catcher. How did you not?
I don't
You've got the fucking tassels and everything and the beads. She's got the dream catcher tit shirt.
Shut your fucking microphone off.
Oh, whatever.
I'm gonna catch all your dreams in it.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Yes. Guys.
I'm crying.
Oh, those were some good questions, Biff.
These are good.
These are
Oloni.
fun.
We'll have to
use
Oloni. Her
and
again.
let's put her on the list.
Yes, she is officially on the list.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it's time for
78 in here now.
It is. Oh, great.
Time to turn the air conditioning back up.
And take a half-hour break with some extra charcuterie and some more pickleback shots.
Picklebacks.
Right. And then, we'll decide what to do next.
Yeah. We love you. Thank you for listening.
You can send us your questions and your comments, your
And
concerns,
your tan lines.
and your tampons.
No, thank you.
The ones you don't use.
None. We don't
Oh,
need them here.
fine,
Tan
but
lines.
If you want to send your Kotex, you've been illadvised@gmail.com. You can find us online at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
And
or
Facebook and Instagram at illadvisedthepodcast.
And as always, you look great in those jeans. Who gives a fuck if those thong sandals really make you look like Jesus?
And bang him.
And bang him. Also, thank you for listening.
You've been ill-advised.